Hi, YouTube. Uh, Sorry for the late stream, but I thought I'd just do a quick talk about a game. Yeah, if anyone's watching, welcome. It's 10:25 here in the UK, so it's just will be a quick one. I know it's late. The game's just finished, so yeah, let's just talk about the game and who played well, who didn't. What you feel? I mean, I'm mixed about it. I think it's great to get a win, but I did not like the starting lineup at all. I thought what was going on. Um, we had Leno, Mustafi, Socrates, Louise, Saka, Guendouzi, Xhaka, Martinelli, Willock, Aubameyang, Lacazette. Let's be honest, Lacazette, I wasn't sure if it was good if he would start. I would rather have had Aubameyang in the middle, and why Mustafi was on the right. Yeah, so I want to do my player ratings, talk about the game, and just general feelings. So, sorry, just have a drink of water. So we have, Leno in goal. Again, Mustafi, Socrates, Louise, Saka, Guendouzi, Xhaka, Martinelli, Willock, Aubameyang, Lacazette. For me, I was like, why is Guendouzi there? Why is Lacazette there? And why were we playing with like three centre backs, the right back, Socrates, Louise, and Saka? I think they defended well. Let's talk about the defence. I think Leno did play well. Still a bit too slow. There was a couple of shaky movements where he gave the ball a bit too quickly, a bit too slowly, and put us in trouble. But he made a couple of brilliant saves. So I think it was Lacazette. I know he scored the goal, but I thought Aubameyang was wasted, playing on the right and the left and the right, shake it all about. I don't know what. I didn't like the midfield at all. I didn't like Xhaka, Guendouzi, and Willock. For me, they're all too similar. Guendouzi gives the ball away way too much. Xhaka loves to have that yellow card, and I know we got the win, but I think at times the midfield was too open. That's why Olympiacos were getting forward. Luckily, with Olympiacos, there was no end product. So, what do you guys think about the midfield, and what do you think about how we performed? And tell me who you liked, who played well, who played bad. And yeah, what do you think of the win? I think a 1-0 win is great. I thought it was going to be 2-0. We were that close. Socrates was really unlucky at the end. I think 2-0 would have been absolutely brilliant. I think 1-0 was still good. But it's all to play for next week. It's great that Lacazette did get his goal. But that formation, I was at the start, was like, what is going on? Because the first 20 minutes or so, Olympiacos were just bombing forward, putting us under loads of pressure. And as much as Louise, Socrates, and Mustafi have been doing all right since Arteta's come in, that still worried me. I thought, where was Bellerin? I mean, was he on the bench? I'm just looking. No, he wasn't. But Maitland-Niles. Personally, I would have put Maitland-Niles to start, but Mustafi did well. But I think out of all the defenders, I think David Luiz was exceptional. He was blocking it, leading the line. I think out of all the defenders, he was brilliant. Let me know who your man of the match was. But again, Saka, let's talk about this young man. That's another assist. That's 9 assists. He's my man of the match again. He's just something else, and that contract needs to be sorted. Let me know if you can hear me all right as well, by the way. because Saka, I just love it. He just stood there. His positioning was great, passing was great, defending was great, his runs were great, and obviously that assist was great. And if I remember watching it, because I love watching him play, he didn't make a mistake. So he's going to be my man of the match. And yeah, I think he was absolutely brilliant. So let me know who you thought played well and who didn't, and what you thought of the actual game. Hello, Normski TV. Just posted my match reaction. Totally agree with you concerning midfield and Arteta's team selection. Saka was good again tonight. Normski agreed. Saka, I watch him and I think, what is this kid going to do? Stroke man. He's 18, but he's playing better than most of the entire of our midfield. I didn't like the midfield. I think Joe Willock, he gives the ball away way too much. Takes too long with it. Him, Granit Xhaka, and Guendouzi are too slow, and the midfield is just still not right. And I think the reason we kept a clean sheet was David Luiz, especially because he was immense tonight. And I think a better team would have punished us, because Olympiacos, as much as they do well at home, sorry, they're still not a top opposition, because they lost. The last team that I unfortunately lost to was Tottenham and Bayern Munich, and they're obviously an elite level above. So let's go through the players and give a rating and tell me if you agree or not. Leno, he kept a clean sheet. I thought he made a couple of really good saves. Keeping a clean sheet away from home, especially in such a loud atmosphere, he was commanding and he was really good. So I'll give him an 8. Tell me if you agree or not. But he was good. And just a couple of key moments where I think Guendouzi had a bit of an injury, but he could have, if he's a top goalkeeper, he makes that right pass and doesn't place into trouble. Otherwise, I marked him higher than an 8. So I'll give Burnley an 8. Let's go on to Mustafi. I think he had a really good game. He did make that rash tackle, but I don't think that was his fault, because Aubameyang played a sloppy ball, put Mustafi in trouble, and then he had that yellow card. And I think I'll give Mustafi, though. I'll give Mustafi an 8. Let me know if you agree. I thought he was absolutely. I don't know about you, but me, about a month ago, I'll be like, get out the door. I'll drive you to your airport. I'll pay for your taxi. But Mustafi's growing on me, so I never thought I'd say that. But Mustafi's something else at the moment. Hi, Lionel 10. Yo, just came across your channel. Agree with what you're saying. Thank you, Lionel 10. So I'll continue my play ratings, and guys, let me know if you agree with it or not. Socrates, the Greek god, was back in the capital, and I think he had a good game. Or was he playing right back or Mustafi, or were they switching it up? But yeah, he was good. He was solid. He was really, really unlucky not to get our second goal. Smacked his the head against the crossbar. And I think I'm going to give Socrates an 8. He was solid, no problem. Great blocks, fantastic. Oh, guys, if you're new around here, it'd be really good if you smash a like on the video and subscribe, because I'm trying to grow, improve. Just don't like to ask too much, but it'd be lovely if you could subscribe. I really do appreciate that, and thank you very much for your support. So going back to the defenders, let's go to David Luiz. And for me, out the centre-backs, he was the best. For me, I'm going to give him a 9. I don't know, he just got block after block after block. He was reading the game well, breaking it, keeping it in line, and snuffing out the attacks from the Olympiacos players. So he was a proper leader, no mistakes. I think Arteta's cut that out, and I'm going to give David Luiz a 9. So let's go to Bukayo Saka. Wow. I mean, this kid, he's just something else, isn't he? reading of the game is absolutely amazing. He keeps it simple. He doesn't panic. He moves the ball quickly. He passes the ball quickly. He makes the right tackles. He makes the right decisions. And for me, I watched him. He didn't make one mistake. He created the goal. He did the drives. I'm going to give him 10 out of 10. He was absolutely amazing. So Bukayo Saka, I want to hear that contract signed, sealed, and delivered, because people are going to sniff around. He was at right back. I'll give him a 6. Sorry, Normski TV. Who's that for? Because I'm talking about Bukayo Saka. You're talking about Socrates? Let me know, because I'm not quite sure. But Saka, I'm giving him a 10. Because Socrates, yeah. I mean, okay. So yeah, obviously maybe I saw it differently. He did sort of, I don't know, just when there's a clean sheet, I always tend to mark the defenders a bit higher up. Normally I'm really, really critical. But I think, yeah, maybe a 7 is probably better in between, compromise. But I think, but Saka, I'm just buzzing over it. I mean, the sooner we get him signed up, the better. He could have half of, or a big chunk of Mr. Number 10's wages, just to sort of keep him at the club. Because for him and Martinelli are 2 shining young stars. So let's move on to the midfield. Let's talk about Mr. Guendouzi. For me, he did not have a good game. I thought he was probably the weakest out of the 3. He took too long on the ball. The reason he got fouled 3 times because he was too slow. That's why they targeted him, because Guendouzi does take too long on the ball, and that's why he got banged up, obviously. So I'm going to give him a 5. I thought he was not great. I think there's a reason why Mikel Arteta took him out of the team, and I don't think he will keep his place for Sunday. Oh, good evening, Nathan. Not the greatest of games, but happy with the away goal. Thank you, Nathan. Yes, I'm happy with the away goal as well. I mean, that's going to be vital. Next to him, Mr. Granit Xhaka, who, as you probably, if you're not sure where, I'm not his biggest fan. I wanted moved on in the summer, but for now, he didn't make that stupid yellow card where he was, what's he doing, dissent with the referee, and that really does piss me off. I think he thinks he's better than he is. Who's that, Normski TV? Are you talking about Guendouzi? Because I would agree with you 100%. If it's Granit Xhaka, I agree with you 100%. So Granit Xhaka, I think, was better than Guendouzi. He put some nice passes. He did some good tackles. Yeah, exactly. Guendouzi needs to. I think what Arteta did, take him up in the team, showing that, listen, you are too big for your boots, and that's another tick for me with Arteta at the moment. So I think I'll give Granit Xhaka a 6. He was all right. Hi, Yunus Mohammed channel. Hi, how are you? So I'm going to give him a 6. Next to him, it was Mr. Joe Willock. He made some good runs. He did some good drives. I think there was one time where he did a drive, and he took up a couple of times, drove into the box, and drew the foul. He does tend to go for glory at the end. I think his final decision making is still not there. Where he'll take that drive, and then there was a couple of times he gave the ball away at the end. And yes, hi, Yunus Mohammed. Arsenal, very important goal away. Yes, it was. Thank you very much for that. I'm going to give Joe Willock a 6. Can I give a 6.5? Let's give him a 7. He's still young. He's still developing, and there is a player there, but he just needs to make that final decision. Instead of going for blazing glory or that pass, he could just take his time a bit more and just make that right final decision. But give Joe Willock a 7. So, and who else was there? So Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Oh God, this is where for me Mikel Arteta is going to get marked down because he is bloody wasted on the wing, left wing, right wing, left wing, right wing. He tracked back, but at times he didn't really help Socrates. He left Socrates exposed, but I want him as a striker, as a number 9. I know Lacazette got the goal, but I don't know about you guys, but I would have much rather had Aubameyang in Lacazette's position. So he worked hard. He did one thing he did do amazing for the goal. He kept the ball in at the corner, and that was a fantastic bit of skill. So and he did create that goal. So I love him, and maybe I'm marking him a bit high. I'm going to give him a 7, maybe a 6, not sure, but I'll give him a 7. Martinelli, he didn't have the greatest game. He worked hard, chased the ball around, did all right. I think at the 3 he was all right. I'll give him a 6. And then Mr. Lacazette, he got that important goal. I'm happy he did. That was a nice take. Obviously, a fantastic assist from Saka. Glad he got the goal, but I think he could have had 2. So for the goal, that's 2 and 2 for him. And yeah, I'm happy because I was thinking I want him sold. But hopefully he proves me wrong. I love it when people prove me wrong because I want our players to do well, but he needs to do more. But for the goal and his work rate, and I think he held the ball up better, I'm going to give Lacazette a 7. Let me know if you agree. Let's talk about the substitutes. So who was first? Ceballos. Ceballos came on, didn't he? He wasn't as good as against Newcastle. Normski TV, hi. Do you think Arteta's accommodating Lacazette by playing on the wing means he's making him ineffective in the game? What do you think? Normski TV, totally agree. It drives me effing mad that we've got one of the greatest strikers in world football playing on left wing and right wing, and he looks annoyed. And if he keeps doing this, I wouldn't be surprised if Aubameyang goes in the summer because he's when he's in the box, he takes his chances. Normski TV, I agree with you. Yeah. What do you guys think about a 4-4-2? But I don't. Hi Arsenal vlogs. So happy. Yeah, me. I'm happy as well. But yeah, let's just finish the player ratings. I'm going to give Ceballos. He was all right. He didn't really do a lot. He did a couple of niggly fouls. I'm going to give him a 5. He wasn't great, in my opinion. Pepe came on. He didn't have a lot of time. He was all right. I'll give him a standard 5. And then Maitland-Niles came on right in the end just to shore things up. I'll give him a standard 5. But let me talk about the fans. Anyone who went out there is absolutely amazing. Midweek in Greece, by the way, guys, I absolutely love Greece, and I'm going there in April. So it's a fantastic country, and let me know what if any of you have been there. But I'm going to give the fans a 10 out of 10 for their going out there. I'm going to give Mikel Arteta. He got the win. It's a 1-0 win, but some of his decisions, like Normski saying with Aubameyang being on the wing, having Luiz, Socrates, and Mustafi all in the back 4, I wasn't sure about that. And persisting with Lacazette, even though he got the goal, I'm going to give him a 7.5 because I don't think he deserves an 8, but I'll give him a 7.5. Let me know if you agree, guys. Nobody's telling me what they think. Let me know your man of the match was. My man of the match was Saka because he was absolutely fantastic. And Arsenal vlogs, yeah, we've got to beat Everton and win the second leg. Yep, agree. I expect another win on Sunday and another win next week. We've got 3 home games in a row. So, yeah, hold on 1 second. Sorry. Sorry about that. But yeah, I think going today it's a good day, and I just want to talk about what you guys think about Mikel Arteta's decided that they're going to stay another night in Greece. What do you think about that? Because often I knew Wenger and Emery, they'd be getting on the plane or going to the airport and going home now. But I think that's a smart move because we've got a lot of, I think, that 2 hour time difference. Because so there, it's the moment it's 1:45 in the morning, and I think, yeah, that hopefully that should prepare us right for Sunday. Let me know what you guys think about Sunday. Do you think we can do it? Think we can win? Another 4:30 kickoff. Whether any of you are going. Unfortunately, I won't be going for this because my boy's in football. He's got a match on, so I have to rush back to watch the game, the Everton one. But I think, that's 2 wins on a bounce. That's 2 clean sheets. Obviously, this Dubai trip has done them the world of good, and I think I'm looking forward to Sunday. And I think what I like, actually, one thing that really impressed me tonight, going to that stadium, and that is a hostile atmosphere. And I think playing in such a tough crowd is to win there. It's got to give such a big amount of confidence to them to actually go and hopefully take that to when our next away game is. I don't know who we're playing next away. I think it's Pompey. I think it's Portsmouth. That's on another Monday night game. That pisses me off. What's that? Three FA Cup games in a row we're playing on a Monday night. It's mad, isn't it? So, who was your man of the match? Let me know. Who? Yeah. Normski TV team looking more together and organised. Totally agree. I think Arteta deserves a lot of credit for what he's doing. Man of the match, Leno. I don't agree with you, but obviously you may have saw a difference. I'm going to give it to Saka, but Leno was great. But Saka, for me, I haven't seen a player like this in a long time. And Kieran Tierney and Kolasinac better work their socks off, because I did that video. I think they're going to have problems trying to get into that left back position, because Saka's just, at the moment, he owns that spot. But yeah, Leno played well, and Arsenal vlogs I think we'll beat Pompey, but one step at a time. Let's not all get carried away. Remember, we're still in 10th. We're in the Europa League. We're not where we want to be. Got a lot of work to do, and I think a lot of these players will not be here in the summer. Let me know what you think. Who do I think Arteta. Do you think Arteta will get his way? Do you think he will have that opportunity to stamp his authority and get who he wants? Because I think some of those players he doesn't want. I know Ozil. Yeah, I know Ozil's having a baby, but I don't think he's what I'm. I think he should go in the summer. Whether he will or not is another thing. Hi, Arsenal vlogs. First half we were shit. I kind of agree with that. Second half, at times we were good going forward. Saka, Leno, best 2 players, and yeah, mate, one step at a time. Arsenal need to turn up versus Everton, and yeah. So let's just think about Everton on Sunday. Thinking too much forward is not good. That 1-0 is fantastic today, because that gives us that nice breathing space for next Thursday. And I think don't forget, Everton is not going to be an easy game, because Carlo Ancelotti, when he took over Everton, where were they? Was it bottom 3? And now they're above us. So, hi, Normski TV. What will happen when they come back will be very interesting for the left back position. Yeah, go check. I've done a video on that, about the 3 left backs. And my 3, obviously I talked about it. I would like to see Kieran Tierney. I'd actually sell Kolasinac, because I think we can get a decent amount of money for him. And I think he's been like that. And I think Saka, is the main guy. I think he's shown so much, and remember his age. He's going to get better. I think if you look at Kolasinac, was he 25, 26? It's probably as good as he's going to be, and then he will peak in a couple of years. But so I think if you look at, sorry, if you look at Bukayo Saka and Kieran Tierney's what, 22? They're only going to get better, and I think Kieran Tierney's been really unlucky, and he's training well, and yeah, that's a great, isn't that? That's a great problem to have. I mean, we haven't had those problems, where we can just think, oh, who's going to play in defence today? So I'll be lovely to have that problem on the right side, because who have we got? This Cedric, Bellerin, Maitland-Niles, and they're obviously, for me, they're not as good as the left side. But that's another conundrum for Mikel Arteta to do. I think Arteta's got a lot of work to do, and I think he's got a lot to take on. Let's hope that they have a safe, trip back. And yeah, Arsenal vlogs. Do you think we beat Everton Sunday? I personally think we will lose. Why? Sorry. Why do you think we will lose, mate? Normski TV, need to lock this guy down. Saka, if you're talking about him, yep, give him the P's, give him the money, double, triple, quadruple his wage. Because we've got Bayern Munich and Barca and Real and all those big other teams are going to be sniffing around. And I think, yeah, let's lock Bukayo Saka down. Arsenal vlogs. Arteta needs to start Pepe, Martinelli, Aubameyang. Totally agree. Yeah, if it was me, on Sunday, I would have Martinelli, Ceballos, and who would I have? Martinelli, Ceballos, Pepe, and I think Martinelli, Ceballos, Pepe, Aubameyang. Let me know what you think. But Saka, show the money. Arsenal vlogs, because Everton are organised and Ancelotti is doing well, I agree, but I think our record against Everton at home is exceptional. It will be a tight game. I don't think we'll smash them, but I do think we'll beat them, because it sounds to me like Arteta is taking no shit. And that's, by the way, he's stamped his authority with Guendouzi and potential other players. And I don't think anyone's position is necessarily safe. He did drop Lacazette on Sunday. I personally wouldn't play Lacazette again. I think he looks too like he still needs that bit more time out. And there's nowhere near as good as Aubameyang. So I really, really would like to see Aubameyang in his main position. And remember his debut, I think it was against Everton. He scored a couple of goals. So yeah, I'm just going to do a couple more minutes for this stream, because it's late and I'm tired and it's been a long day, and I'm sure you guys are as well. But I think I will try and drop a preview for the Everton game on Saturday. Anybody going to the game? I'm not. Probably the next game I'm going to is the West Ham game. It's for me it's really difficult to get to games at the moment. But I think I'm confident. I think let me know what your scores will be for the Everton game. I think it'll be a tight game, but I think we could win this 2-0, or 2-0 or 2-1. We need to, and remember, we're only 10 points above the relegation zone, so we're closer to the bottom. We're the same, I think, similar to top to fourth to the bottom three. So we need to pick up some wins, and it's been a good week, and I'm happy. I mean, that's 5 goals scored, 0 conceded this week, and I think Arteta deserves a lot of credit. Arsenal vlogs. Players we must sell. Guendouzi, Mustafi, Socrates, Kolasinac, Ozil, Lacazette, and maybe Xhaka. I agree with you completely, mate. I would actually add a lot more players to that list. But unfortunately, I don't have the power. But I would agree, I would get rid of the lot. We're Arsenal Football Club. So you're going, I'm going Sunday and Thursday. I'm home games, 2 massive wins. So you're going to the Olympiacos as well. I'm probably going to be the next game I'll be at is at West Ham. Guendouzi is crap. Agreed. I think he's overrated. He's overhyped, and I'm not a fan at all. And I think there's a reason why Arteta took him out the firing line. And what I can't wait is to see in the summer, going back to Arsenal vlog, what you're saying, who's he going to get rid of? I would actually add Bellerin as well. I think I'd get rid. Maitland-Niles, get rid. Obviously, then Guendouzi is so. Guendouzi is so shit anyway. Anyway, I'm going now. I've got to be up at 5:30 in the morning. Okay, why are you getting up at 5:30? Arsenal vlogs, work or something else? Bellerin as well. Niles, I'll keep. And then what about in the midfield? What do you think, Joe Willock? Should we keep him? I'll keep Pepe. I'll keep Martinelli. I'll keep Aubameyang. I absolutely love those 3. Work. Wow. Okay, you're. Sometimes I have to get up early for work, but not tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching Arsenal vlogs, and keep doing what you're doing. 7 p.m. working overtime. Go for Max Aronson, Norwich, Normski TV. Yeah, I wish. I think that we've got so much work to do, and it's such a massive summer. And I don't know. What do you guys think about Arteta? Because I actually like him. Massive shout out to Arsenal vlogs. Go check out his channel. Give him a shout out, and he's got some real good stuff, and really cool guy. And and if you haven't subscribe to mine, that'd be really, really good. I really appreciate you watching. And I've only been doing this just under 2 months, and I'm really enjoying it, and I've got a lot of good ideas, and hopefully I can keep doing this and bringing more great content. So, but yeah, I think Arteta. What do you think? What would you give Arteta out of 10 so far? Arteta, considering what he's working with, I'd actually give him a 7, because he's working with absolute crap, and he's doing the best he can. And considering his age as well, and his first time in management, he's been absolutely brilliant in terms of what he's done. So, Arsenal vlogs, what are you saying? What do I think about Arteta? I think he's doing well, getting the best out of the players. And only negative thing is he is not playing right. Team has been selection sometimes a shit. I rate Arteta 7 out of 10. I agree. What I don't like is he's playing players out of position, and he's playing players who are not necessarily in the right position, and he's playing players out of merit. So obviously, like Lacazette and Ozil, and playing. I know players like Mustafi and all the time, when necessarily. I know Mustafi's been doing well, but I think he's just playing players because I think he's playing because that's all he's got, and he doesn't trust in. I don't know if he trusts all of them, but he's playing them because he has to, and because that's all he's got. And I think he's got a lot of work to do. He's got a lot of things to take care of. And for me, this season, in terms of the league, is a write-off. It's just finish as high as we can, get and finish in the top half. Personally, I'm not bothered about. I mean, I don't think we'll get top 4 because we're not consistent enough. It's not a million miles away, but I'd like to forget about it. I want to see a good run in the Europa League. I think we need to win. I think we could win one or the other, the Europa League or the FA Cup. I would like to see him, and don't forget, Arteta does know what it means to win the FA Cup. He has done well. I think he's won it twice or 3 times. Normski TV. Did Pablo Mari travel with the Arsenal team? I believe he did, but was he on the bench? Let's just have a look. Murray was not on the bench, but I heard he travelled. So what's the point in bringing him if he didn't? And why that pisses me off, making signings that are loan. That one's still injured and one's not playing. So what's the point? That's still a waste of money. So I heard as well he played in the under-23s. They lost 2-1 to Chelsea. He played in the first 45 minutes. All goals were conceded in the first half. So read into that what you want about Pablo Mari, but we need to calm down about him. I don't think he's the next Virgil van Dijk because some of our fans do love to overhype our some players. There's a reason why. Obviously, you've got to remember he went about 20 million times out on loan. He did not play a game for Man City, and he went to Brazil. So why is that? Why is he? And why did no one else go in for him? Right. So for me, I'm not sure. I don't know. I haven't seen him, so I just all of what I heard about in the under-23s when he played. So I think, yeah, it would be nice to see him play because how can we judge him if we haven't seen him? But there's obviously not everybody seem to have gone for him. But it is hard to get business done in January, and it is hard to get what you want, but it is possible because remember when did we get Aubameyang? January. When did Liverpool get Virgil van Dijk? January. When did Chelsea get Fernando Torres? January. I know Torres was not the greatest at Chelsea, but to get that type of sign in January is possible. But that's why our board, I'm still not sure. I think so because obviously some of the signs have been bad. Too many players we've bought who are obviously not good enough, overpaid, overspent, and that's why we're apparently we don't have a lot of money to spend because this FFP, and obviously it is true because obviously Man City are in a lot of trouble now. PSG are in a lot of trouble, and who's to say maybe Chelsea are not going to be in a lot of trouble? So we have the fourth highest wage bill, I think, in the Premier League, and we've only spent a £27 million less than Liverpool in the last 4 years. So we have been spending the money, but we've not been spending it wisely. So I don't think the problem really is completely Stan Kroenke. I do want him out, but I think he's just hired the wrong people to look after the football club and not put his foot down quick enough to get rid of some of them players and get rid of some of the board members. And because I think all the board members are in their 80s. David O'Leary, who's one of our greatest ever players, was vetoed off the board and not allowed on, and that says it all for me. He's one of my favourite players back in the day. So it says, if anyone was around then, he's one of our, and he's not even allowed on the board. And we've got people on the board who are not football people; they're just business people. So, yeah, I'm sceptical about the summer how much Arteta will be back. But if this owner has any care and love for the club, which obviously he doesn't, then he will back Arteta, clear out some of that deadwood. We're going to have to take a lot of losses, guys, because a lot of those players, they are not good enough, and we need to cut ties and get rid. If I could ask, if you tell me your number one player who you want to get rid of, first player on the list. I know the list is long, but who's yours? Me, most highest paid player in the league, country, Mr. Mesut Ozil. No assists, no away assists in 2 years. 1 goal this season, 1 assist this season. They're always doing this. What exactly? Ozil, get rid. He is one of the biggest problems of this club, and he shows more energy when he's getting off the pitch and on. He strolls around thinking he's the main man, not. He doesn't do enough for me. He just runs around. He can't even pass properly at the moment. So the sooner we get rid of the bed, and I hope he goes to wherever. Good luck in him. I don't have anything against him, and I think his agent is the best. He's got the best agent in the world. So because I don't know how he got him that money, but I think whatever he did was to get that money. I wish that was my manager or whatever. That'd be absolutely amazing, wouldn't it? So yeah, Normski TV, I agree with you. Get rid of Ozil because he. Just think what we could do with that money. The 350 grand a week. How many good players could we get with that? 125, 250, three top players at least, and two of the players we get two. We get an Upamecano. You know, we could go out there and get a another top winger. Because I still think we could possibly do with another one, and I think we could get a Max Aarons. You know, go and get a top right back, go and get a top centre back, and go and get possibly three, and go and get someone instead of Granit Xhaka because he's not good enough for this football club. So I think the three key areas, if I was in charge, I'd be getting a top powerhouse midfielder, and go and try and find the right man. Getting a Upamecano, obviously a centre back because we need a top centre back. Get a really, really good right back, and possibly another winger as well. Because if we're going to compete, getting into the top four, compete with Liverpool, yeah, I think we'd need a winger as well. And even possibly another striker. If you want to, I think we need five players at least because look where we are. We're not doing anything in the league, and do we have any ambition? Does this board want us to move up and compete? Because I know Stan Kroenke's making money, but he's not making as much money as he was in the league a few years ago because it's Europa. 3 years in a row in the Europa League. It might potentially be 4 or even none. Would it be better? Would you guys want to be in Europa League next season or Champions League? Obviously, it would be ideal, or none at all. Because even if we get in the Champions League, how far are we going to go? So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up because I'm tired and got stuff to do in the morning tomorrow. I want to say thank you very much for watching, and if you haven't already, smash a like on this, subscribe, share, and I hope you enjoyed the win and sleep well. That knowing that Arsenal is not going to ruin your Friday, and let's look forward to the Everton game. I hope you're confident and that we will win. I know Arsenal Vlogs was saying that he's saying that we'll lose, but I think we'll beat Everton. So I will try and drop a preview around Saturday, and then maybe try another live stream after the game to get out your thoughts and reactions. So thank you so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Normski TV, we don't have the players to compete at Champions League level. Agree with you, mate. So that's why Arteta's got so much to do in the summer. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that, but that's a while away. But I think, yeah, we've got a good chance of winning a trophy this season, and I'll take anything because at the end of the day, it's all about silverware. And those lot down the road, what have they won? Nothing. So with that lot, I'll leave you guys. Have a lovely good night. Take care. Sleep well. And thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye. Thank you. The Saint. Smash the cheeky little like. Just got here. Catch the next one. Okay. Come on, you gunners. 3-1 to the Arsenal. Normski TV. Yeah. I'm going to wrap it all up. I could talk longer, but my throat's going. I'm still recovering from a cough, and I'm tired, guys. So I'll speak to you on Saturday in my preview and try and do a live stream again after the Everton game. Thank you very much, and good night. See you later. Bye. Good night, the Saint. All right.